Good afternoon, my name is Konstantinos. I would like to welcome you to another episode of my online series with title Demystifying the Emirates Camping Car Opportunities. In this episode, I'm going to discuss the general requirements needed from the General Civil Aviation Authority of the United Arab Emirates in order for an expat, from a person with origins outside the United Arab Emirates, to be able to work as a cabin crew for the Emirates Aviation Group. So, as indicated in the early stages of the video, the General Civil Aviation Authority is responsible to overlook all the airlines that operate in the boundaries of the United Arab Emirates, that they are following the necessary rules and regulations. And here is the CAR-CC file document. Let's say it's the document issued from the General Civil Aviation Authority of the United Arab Emirates in a time in 2019, and indicates the cabin crew training requirements, attestations, and licenses. In essence, this is the official recruitment website of Emirates for, let's say, for the Emirates cabin crew opportunities. So, as we see, there are some specific requirements in the section who we are looking for. As we see, to be considered for Emirates cabin crew, you will need to be fluent in written and spoken English, at least 160 centimeters tall, and able to reach 212 centimeters in height. Very important, able to meet the UAE's employment visa requirements, and at least 21 years old. The requirements over here are introduced from the General Civil Aviation Authority of the United Arab Emirates, are introduced by law, because the General Civil Aviation Authority of the United Arab Emirates follows the United Arab Emirates law, the federal law of the United Arab Emirates, in order for them to be able to overlook and let's say may overlook is not the proper word, to be able to to make sure, let's say, that the proper law and the proper rules and regulations are followed in the aviation industry of the United Arab Emirates. So here we see the document, the CAR-CC issue 3. Here we see the general requirements, minimum wage, application for cabin crew attestation, specific requirements for the cabin crew attestation, training requirements for cabin crew attestation or equivalent applicants and holders, designated cabin crew examiner, and everything is bounded by law, and the General Civil Aviation Authority of the United Arab Emirates is forcing the particular law to the aviation industry, to the aviation airlines. let's say minimum age. The applicant for a cabin crew attestation should be at least 18 years of age. Okay, Emirates have the requirement of the 21st year, and privileges and conditions. Let's see. Documents and record keeping. An operator shall ensure that every cabin crew member operating on each flight, the operator, for example, is flying Dubai, is Emirates. The operator of the flight, the one that is operating the aircraft. So this one is operator, the company, in essence, the company, the commercial company that employs the cabin crew. So an operator should ensure that every cabin crew member operating on each flight is in possession of the following documents. Each cabin crew member, including the parser, valid attestation, current SEP certificate with the specific aircraft type operating. So if we go to the Emirates cabin crew training, so SEP, safety and emergency. So what SEP covers? SEP covers aircraft equipment, firefighting in flight emergencies and evacuation procedures. And there is different SEP training and procedures for each type of aircraft. So if a cabin crew will work in an Airbus, in a Boeing 777, and also will work in an Airbus 380 or 350, then the particular cabin crew need to have 2 or 3 need to have the equivalent SEP certificates for the equivalent different types of aircraft that is able to work on and will work on, I believe. So just remember, one safety and emergency certificate links, let's say, to a particular aircraft. So one SEP, safety and emergency certificate for a Boeing 777, another SEP for an Airbus 380, another SEP for an Airbus 350, and so on. Not here, here, here. Valid medical certificate, valid passport and visa, and you need 2 types of visas. The residency visa and the working visa. Operator issued ID card. So the operator issued ID card, identification card, is the employee card issued from the operator, for example, from the Emirates Aviation Group to the Emirates, to each individually cabin crew of the Emirates Aviation Group. And issue of the cabin crew attestation. Cabin crew attestations should only be issued to applicants who have passed the examination following completion of the applicable initial training course in accordance with CAR, AR, OPS, and this SAR. By this SAR is the SAR CC issue 3. Cabin crew attestations should be issued using the format and specifications established in Appendix 4 for this SAR. Validity of the cabin crew attestation or equivalent. The cabin crew attestation or equivalent shall be issued with validity of 8 years and shall remain valid unless here it says 8 years, but as I know, every year each cabin crew that operates in United Arab Emirates need to renew the medical license, and the cabin crew license. Let's see. Also, I am the author of the Emirates Flying Better the Emirates Journey comic. You know, it's this one here. This is the front cover of the comic. This is the first official hoodie of the particular comic, and now I'm in printful, and I try to get ideas for additional apparel and goodies in general. But let's continue. Suspension and revocation of the cabin crew attestation or equivalent. I believe that I should make another video and read from find the law, the aviation law for cabin crew in the United Arab Emirates, and read from the law directly from the law, because here training requirements for cabin crew attestation or equivalent applicants and holders. Okay, provision of training conducted according to a training program and syllabus documented in the organizational approval. So you see, so the training process, in essence, you see, it have specific steps from step 1 up to step 7. So there is a specific program documented and approved from the Emirates Aviation Group, because as we see here, the program starts with induction experience, safety and emergency, SEP, group medical training, and goes up to step 7, service learning experience. So there are 3 requirements. The one is this: conducted according to a training program and syllabus documented in the organization's approval, performed by person or persons suitably experienced, qualified, trained and authorized by the operator or CCTO to act as an instructor for training elements covered, and they provided by an operator certified or CCTO certified or authorized to do so by the authority, and the authority is the General Civil Aviation Authority of the United Arab Emirates. Provision of training, course evaluation, instructor and evaluator performance, training material evaluation, documentation, the initial training course and examination. Okay, so here we see the guidelines. I mean, in the way the training should be structured. For example, training program. The training program of the initial training course should include at least the following: general theoretical knowledge of aviation and aviation regulations, covering all elements relevant to the duties and responsibilities required from cabin crew. So, I assume in the Aviation College of Emirates, the candidates will see aviation terminology, theory of flight, passenger distribution, areas of operation, meteorology, and effects of aircraft surface contamination, aviation regulations relevant to cabin crew and the role of the competent authority. You see, a lot of cabin crew out there complain about the pre-briefing and that it takes a lot of time in the briefing. I mean, after the flight concludes, after the end of the initial flight. So we see here the importance of the cabin crew's pre-flight briefing and the provision of necessary safety information with regards to their specific duties. The importance of cabin crew performing their duties in accordance with the operations manual of the operator. You see? Let me hear it. Like this. You see? You are bad cabin crew. You are not following the specific procedures. You are not following. What I mean is that you do not like to follow the provisioned regulatory instructions from the General Civil Aviation Authority of the United Arab Emirates. You see, is by law, by authority, by law and by the General Civil Aviation Authority, you need to have a pre-flight briefing. So stop complaining, especially the female cabin crew that need to do this and that, in order for them to be ready for the flight. And the importance of identifying when cabin crew members have the authority and responsibility to initiate an evacuation and other emergency procedures. You see, continuing competence and fitness to operate as a cabin crew member, including as regards flight and duty time limitations and rest requirements. You see, that's why you need, so you see here the importance of ensuring that relevant documents and manuals are kept up to date with amendments provided by the operator as applicable. You see, things, let's say, change from time to time. So that's why you need to, fellow cabin crew, okay, I'm not a cabin crew, but I hope that I will be. But you see, because the technology moves on, regulations, and in general aviation information changes all the time. That's why you need to be up to date all the time. That's why you need to follow seminars and so on. So do not complain, because as you see here, are all registered by law, and you have obligation by law to have a pre-briefing, a pre-flight briefing. So do not complain. For example, in the social media. And okay, maybe it's for the female cabin crew. It might be a hardship to have this whole makeup and this lipstick on their face and their lips, and also to have this this procedure in the here site, but you are obligated by law. So stop complaining. And communication. During training, emphasis should be placed on the importance of effective communication between cabin crew and flight crew, including communication techniques, common language, and terminology. Introductory course of human factors in aviation and crew resource management. Relevant to the individual. Passenger handling and cabin surveillance. A lot of material, but let me show you something. IATA cabin crew course. Cabin crew courses from the lovely IATA. An exciting and challenging experience. Over the next 20 years, Boeing forecast a growth of 899,000 cabin crew members to meet the global demand. Okay. No. In-flight security. Airline cabin crew training. And self-study, okay, 45 to 60 hour ebook course. And how long is the book? You see here. I believe we can see the length of the ebook. An IATA certificate of completion is awarded to participants successfully passing the final exam. Okay, that's nice. But this one, online exam with remote supervision, OERS. Okay, I believe it's a lengthy book. So you as a student in the Emirates Aviation College, you are going to have a training, a 7.5 weeks training that someone have the opportunity to have this training in a 12 months period. So be prepared for a length of study. So, and as we see, passenger handling and cabin surveillance, another training module, advice on the recognition of and management of passengers who are or become intoxicated with alcohol or are under the influence of drugs and are aggressive. So there is a lot of material for passenger handling, aeromedical aspects and first aid, air sickness, gastrointestinal disturbances, hyperventilation, burns, wounds, in-flight medical emergencies and associated first aid covering at least asthma, shock, diabetes, choking, epilepsy. You see, there is on-flight entertainment, and maybe a passenger will not inform in prior the company that he have epilepsy, and he may see a movie and then have this epilepsy incident, and you need to run, and you need in essence to take care of such medical emergency. So you see, there is a lot of material here. That's why I believe the survival training survival training. Okay, principles of survival in hostile environments, polar, desert, jungle, sea. You see, okay, there is a lot of material, and the operator, Emirates, is required to teach you such material. Anyways, this is the end of the video. What I do from my side, I will try to find the applicable laws or law for the camping crew training, and I will issue and I will introduce another video with the law, in order for an Emirates wanna be like me and Emirates wanna be like you, or existing Emirates a flight crew, cabin crew, to let's learn together the law, because in the end of the day it's not what I like or what you like or what the General Civil Aviation Authority of the United Arab Emirates like, but is what at the end of the day it's the law. It's what is the, let's say, is the document. It's the documents of the law. The documents of the law is what the law says. Law is above anyone. So this is Konstantinos. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.